Good morning and welcome to The Bigger Picture with me, Audrey Siek. And today we're talking about something that drives nearly every business forward, innovation in marketing. So it's no longer just about the flashy ads or the catchy slogans. We're in a world where AI is transforming not just how we reach consumers, but how entire marketing teams operate. And one great example comes from JustLogin, a homegrown HR management software company that's taken a bold step by rolling out an AI-powered chatbot for its clients. Its aim is to solve real admin headaches and give employees the answers they need instantly. But this is just one piece of a much bigger puzzle, how brands can innovate to stay competitive and open up to new markets. And now we're happy to have on the show Hariz Malay, Head of Marketing at JustLogin, to join us on the show today. Good morning, Hariz.
Morning, Audrey. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, great to see you again. And I'm so excited to talk about this today. So, of course, we need to start with the big picture here. You know, marketing is a critical driver for so many businesses today, especially when it comes to standing out in such crowded spaces like HR tech. How do you personally define innovation in marketing today?
That's a good question. I mean, innovation is all about thinking out of the box, finding tools and kind of like utilizing everything that AI can give you. I mean, AI is just, again, one part of it as well. I think you got to be, think creatively, empower your colleagues and your teams to kind of do things that you may not have done previously. A lot of it is in automation, making sure things work, easier, faster, and also kind of like making sure that marketing doesn't stand alone. We see that a lot. I think a lot of problems in marketing teams is that they work in silos. They don't work with product. They don't work as well with sales teams.
Yeah.
And I think innovation today is just making sure that everybody can work better together. Making sure information is passed, especially from customers, because marketing is usually the first touch point, and that, information passed through different departments along the way to get a good customer journey as well.
Yeah. So let's talk about this AI chatbot now. It's a big move from JustLogin and a very real example of innovation in action. So what really sparked the decision to roll it out more widely? And what kind of feedback have you gotten from clients so far?
Yeah, well, we're actually, I believe, still the first one to do it. So this AI chatbot, just to give a little bit of context here. So basically, there's a lot of data that HR teams collect, right, with whatever software that they implement. But a lot of this data is just sat in the system, and sometimes you create reports, but you don't really get actionable insights, right? So we decided, hey, it's all this data. Let's just empower the HR teams that use our software to make sure that they can analyze it, create kind of like forecasting predictions on like maybe payroll matters or even like commission rates over the last 2 years, for example, right? So that's something that we wanted to do. And of course, I think big kudos to my CEO, 𝐀𝐮𝐲𝐽. He is definitely still a big innovator. He started the company 25 years ago, and he's still really, really sharp in wanting to kind of implement, new technologies to make sure that we can help our customers. Again, a tagline for JustLogin is making working life better, right? And I think this AI chatbot definitely does that. And now that we rolled it out to a lot more people, the feedback has been good because, again, this is information that's usually very much hidden or kept within the system that doesn't, get its light, right? And people are used to creating reports and trying to analyze reports, but now you can do it so much quicker and, get answers instantly. And even for the employees, they don't even have to bug their HR managers anymore, like how much leave I have left or can I apply for non-pay leave for this reason. It's all, kind of within the system.
So they could easily just say, how many leave days do I have left? And the AI chatbot kind of just gives them all of the answers, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I understand you guys are also now offering the chatbot for free for hundreds of clients. And so from a marketing lens, what's the strategy here? Is it more about building loyalty, expanding your reach, or something else entirely?
Actually, I would say the first one is just, to give value. I think we created something that is very useful. We want to put it in the hands of our, users as quickly as possible and get them to experience, new innovation, as we, touched upon. So it's still kind of like early days in the AI chatbot. I think one thing that Casey, again, my CEO, used to talk about is that AI today maybe is in the primary school phase, maybe graduating to secondary school. But eventually, with like agentic or AI agents, you may not even need to click buttons to apply leave. You can just, hey, apply leave for me, tomorrow on the 1st of August, and it'll do it for you, right? So, yeah, we just rolled it out to kind of the few hundred clients that we have. We kind of put up a kind of like a something on our product to say, hey, if you're interested, enter the batch, enter the wait list kind of thing. And and we're also seeing kind of like the data that people are putting into the AI chatbot. What kind of questions are they asking?
Right.
And then we'll build it along the way and kind of improve it.
Okay. So offering a product for free, at least for now, is quite an interesting strategy to take. And if you look at the bigger tech picture, to your point, we're seeing rapid advances in AI, from agents to maybe AI-generated videos, even digital influencers now. Where do you see the next big opportunity for brands to harness, this kind of tech for marketing?
Funny thing, you mentioned kind of like flashy ads and, taglines
catchy slogans,
Hey, you can still make better, flashier ads, with AI. So that's still something that's really good. I think marketing and sales has pretty much been the forefront of using AI for work on a daily basis. I think we do it well. We've pretty much subscribed to Claude. It's now my preferred AI tool out there. I mean, there's plenty. You can, take your pick. But yeah, I think that is something that we wanted to do, and it's been good.
Okay. So from your vantage point, what are some trends you're seeing in how other companies are using marketing innovation to break into new markets and to reach new segments?
I think a lot now is in research. I think there's been, a lot of product innovation in deep research from DeepSeek, Perplexity. And when you're thinking about market expansion, you want to make sure that you got all the necessary data points to prove that this is going to be a worthy venture. Expansion isn't cheap. Entering an entire new business, creating an entire new product, takes a lot of time and it's a lot of risk. So I think using AI to kind of like plan your market expansion, trying to really understand the markets there before kind of like spending your first dollar is going to be really, really key. I think for us right now, we're in Singapore, Malaysia, Hong Kong, and Myanmar, and we're thinking of expanding to the UAE, to the GCC region, or even kind of like maybe neighboring countries in Vietnam or Thailand. This is still definitely on the cards for us, and I think AI tools today can actually really help and replace almost an entire research team when it comes to thinking about where next for JustLogin.
Okay, so finally, for business leaders or marketers listening in now who know they need to innovate, but they're not sure where to start, what's one practical piece of advice you would have for them?
Well, firstly, learn, right? I think this is a new tool. Like every new tool out there, the learning curve is going to be maybe a little steep. If you're not a techie person, people like to use that as an excuse, but actually it's been made so much easier, right? And the good thing now is that you can actually just ask AI, how do I use you, better?
Yeah.
It kind of tell you. It's very meta in a sense, right? So I think embrace it, learn, take up courses. It's a ton today. There's also a lot of good YouTube tutorials on creating a new agent, using different tools like make.com or Zapier to kind of like make your tools talk to each other as well. And Claude especially now has this thing called MCP servers, which kind of like makes other tools do things for you, right? And that's something that we've tried out as well. So it's helped us in terms of content creation with even Canva designs, creating white papers and reports and stuff like that. So yeah, just learn as much as possible and embrace teams to go ahead and try it out.
Yeah.
Right? I think people are very worried that, I'm using AI for work. Is my boss going to think, yeah, exactly. Am I cheating, right? No, use it. Why not? Because I think if, your colleague who is using it versus you who isn't, it'll show that, their work is probably superior in a sense.
So lean into it and learn all you can. And we've been talking about how marketing innovation can be a real game changer for growing brand presence in competitive markets. And big thanks to Hariz Malay, Head of Marketing at JustLogin, for joining us today. Thank you so much, Hariz.
Thank you, Audrey.
Thank you.